What is the future of America? My name is Richard Boyk, and I would like to share my thoughts about the rights given to us by our founding fathers. The first 10 amendments in the Bill of Rights provide the citizens of the United States with many rights not seen in other countries. While all the amendments are important, the First and Second Amendments provide us with some of the most important rights we have, such as free speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, and the right to bear arms. We have seen throughout recent history that many of these rights are in danger. But why? In too many cases, a liberal education that teaches the likes of DEI and CRT is at the heart of many of these issues. It causes people of all ages to become biased, hateful, selfish, controlling, seeking power and authority over others, all of which is putting these rights in jeopardy. It's also important to note that it's not just what they teach, but also what they do not teach. They do not teach how to think long term, how to make decisions for themselves, how to solve problems, how to fail, how to handle failure, how to listen, how to express themselves, how to sell themselves or their ideas. But most important, they do not teach anyone to believe in themselves, honesty, hard work, dependability, self-confidence, consequences, how to have respect for themselves and others, how to treat others, how to stand up for others, nor the simple things that are needed to just survive. When these things are not taught, we have the beginning of a country's downfall. We start to see more crime than uncontrollable crime. Good becomes evil, evil becomes good. A everyone for themselves attitude. We start putting people in charge not because of qualifications, but because they follow or back the cause, which in turn causes our laws and the Constitution to fail. Many actions taken by the federal, state, local governments, and all federal administrative agencies, like the Department of Education, Energy, Health, and the EPA, are also causing these rights to dwindle. While these agencies have authority to create regulations, they must have better oversight. These regulations are likened to laws, and only Congress can create laws. In too many cases, these regulations are based on movement or cause and are hurting the voters and the U.S. economy. We need to be very careful to make sure these regulations are in the best interest of all Americans. One thought is to allow these agencies to only recommend regulations to Congress and let Congress put forth a bill to put these regulations into law. Over the last decade or so, many in the Democrat Party have talked about a need to rewrite the U.S. Constitution, which would include the Bill of Rights. They have also discussed adding members to the Supreme Court. With the recent Supreme Court 9-0 decision, not allowing states to take Trump off the ballot, the Democrats have already started looking for legislative ways to prohibit him from being able to serve a second term. The Democrat Party is seeking complete political control of the United States by weaponizing all federal agencies. This weaponization is responsible for all the politically backed charges brought against President Trump to keep him off the ballot. If this is allowed to continue, the United States will look like California, a disaster, and the American people will have nowhere to turn. The goal of the Democrat Party is the complete control of Congress and the courts. If you look at the details in the bills they sponsor or propose, the bills they won't look at or pass, their action outside of Congress, the backing of the defund the police movement, and their complete disregard for our border, can only come to the following conclusion. They don't care about anything that will help this country. They believe all court decisions should go their way. They cannot stand to be defeated. They have no regard for future generations. With their stand on abortion and crime, they don't care about the family unit. They do, however, care about themselves, their power, no matter the cost to the people. We must all remember that the first 10 amendments are there to protect us from the government itself and not protect the government from us. Thank you for watching or listening, and please subscribe to my podcast and share this with your friends. May God bless you, your family, and the United States of America.